Okay folks, welcome to a Friday Waffle, which I wasn't going to do. Anyway, yeah, you can see I'm driving. Apologies for the rather obscure view, but I've got the phone rammed in the door handle of the passenger door. So anyway, right, listen, this is just a quick little update video. Firstly, I want to say how humbled and emotional I got reading all the comments following my the Friday Waffle is no more video. I've said this a million times, and I really mean it, and I'm sure anyone that makes video content will understand what I'm saying. Honestly, it's a school run and people just park everywhere, park all over the place. Anyway, yeah, when you're just a regular guy like myself and you're videoing yourself playing games, talking about games, or talking about, in fact, probably even more so, talking about non-games, and that's what's happened to my Friday Waffle. It's moves away from games, because I've spoke about games so much. Hang on, try and move that over a wee bit. I've spoke about games so much over the last 10 years that yeah, there's nothing else to really say about it. Oh, by the way, apologies about the portrait video. Nobody does portrait video, though apparently my daughter said that portrait video and photographs is actually a thing because of Instagram. Everybody holds their phone up like that, so, you know, landscape videos and photos aren't really, they're not the in thing. It's all about portrait. Who knew? I certainly didn't. So anyway, yeah, when you're just a regular guy making video content for fun, and then you get some people talking about how much they love what it is you actually do and how much they will miss what you're doing, I just find that really surprising. And the problem with comments like that is it then makes me think, you know what, I'm going to continue doing it. But you know, nothing changes. I will still be putting out Friday Waffles. I mean, some people took my video to mean that I'm not going to be, maybe the headline, by the way, the headline was not clickbait, trust me on that. It was never intended to be clickbait. I just wanted to make it quite clear this is how it is. But as I did allude to in that video, it's not the end of the Friday Waffle, it's merely the end of a weekly Friday Waffle. There may be times where you'll get 3 in a week, you'll get 3 consecutive weeks, then I might go for a month and not make any. I will only make these if I've got something to talk about. I think that makes a lot of sense. I don't see the point of just trying to, it's not even so much talking shite, because I know I talk shite. It's, I've sat down before, and that's what happened last week. I sat down to record the Friday Waffle, and my mind was completely blank. I thought, what am I going to talk about? How can I try and get 30 minutes of content from this? And I realised it wasn't going to happen. So I wasn't going to just make things up to talk about, because that's just daft. I'm not interested in doing that. But you know, if I've got stuff to talk about, absolutely I will. Trust me in that. And as I did say, every second weekend, every second Friday, I'm usually not doing anything. And if that's the case, excuse me, then I'll probably do a live Friday Waffle, because I enjoy them. it's good fun. You can do lots of other things. Pointing a camera at your face in a living room isn't fun if you've got nothing to actually say. So anyway, enough. I think I've flogged that particular horse to death. The horse is not moving, so I'm going to move on. 12-hour live stream. Now, if you've been watching my channel for a number of years, in fact 3 years, you may or may not have been aware that 3 years ago I did a 12-hour live stream, and it was great fun. I had my mate Panther UK, he's kind of taken a bit of a step back from YouTube for a wee while, so he's got his own channel and all that. But he was my kind of co-host. He was oh, what the hell was her name? I can't remember. He was the Sally James to my Chris Tarrant. If you need a certain age to understand what that means. Tiz was, yeah, Chris was Sally James. He was my co-host. Co-hostess? I don't know. Yeah, it was a roaring success. We had great fun. We had some bloody awesome guests. Really good fun. And the icing on the cake was we made exactly £1,000 for charity. 3 different charities. The first charity was the Salvation Army through in Stirling. Now, the Salvation Army, I am not a holy person. I don't really believe in God. I've got my own thoughts about that. But the Salvation Army was... That's the rain on, by the way, so I do apologise if you can hardly hear me. I'm just conscious, all you can see is my arm. Not to worry. Yeah, the Salvation Army is... I'll lean forwards a wee bit so you can actually have something to look at, rather than just an arm. The Salvation Army is something that's very close to my heart. My late granny and granddad and my auntie, they were in the Salvation Army. Salvation Army, yeah, I think it's a Christian group, but what I like about them is they get out there, they get their arse out on the streets where people who need them. They give out food at Christmas time, they feed homeless people. You can go and get a hot meal. They do an absolutely fucking wonderful job. They really, really do. And just before I did the live stream, I was my girlfriend. She does a lot of work with the Salvation Army, and one of the guys that she worked with, I was kind of we were making, in my previous job, we were making donations to the Salvation Army. And I thought, you know, I met this guy Sandy, who sadly he actually passed away just a few weeks ago. And anyway, yeah, live stream. We raised £1,000 and £333.33 went to the Salvation Army in Stirling, because I know it's a fantastic cause. We also made £330 donation to, it's a community hub in Livingston. That's the town that I live in. And this hub is in the area that I grew up, that I went to school. It's an area called Craigs Hill. And this place is a community hub, and it's for people, you know, adults with disabilities, learning difficulties. You know, it's a place they can go, they can make friends, they can probably make CVs, they can learn skills, they can play pool, they can play computer games. It's a community place, it's great. I went down there a few years ago, and in fact the reason I went down was I was handing in an envelope from my girlfriend to this community hub, and I didn't even know it existed, and I was just blown away. I thought, you know what, these guys, it's volunteers, these guys do an absolute staunch job, they really, really do. So yeah, they got 333 quid. Now, it's basically a handover cold hard cash, you know, and I'll take photographs and you know, share it with people. There's this guy going, okay, I thought he was going to cut me up there. So yeah, and the last third 333 quid went to, it's a respite centre in Livingston. Again, it was only a few minutes away from where I used to stay in Livingston, and it's a place that can home up to about, I don't know, 10 children. Now all these children are on limited life. They may only live to their early teens, they may not even live that long. And all the kids, they're all physically disabled, some of them are mentally disabled. And I've raised quite a bit of money over the years through my running. And yeah, it was a absolute stick on that I was going to give the other 333 quid to them. So that was 3 years ago. And anyway, we're going to do another live stream. The date, put it in your diary, it's going to be the 5th of October, Sunday the 5th of October. That's Guy Fawkes night. Don't waste money. If you're going to go and buy fireworks, don't. The money that you're going to spend on fireworks, donate to this thing. Trust me folks, you'll sleep easy, you'll know that you've helped awesome people. So the plan is Sunday the 5th of November. I've still to kind of finalise the time. It'll either be 8 o'clock in the morning to 8 o'clock at night, or it'll be 9 till 9, whatever. I've managed to get some really good guests. Trust me, I made a post in Discord yesterday saying, look, there's not going to be, because people were saying, oh, you need to get some of your your video game pals to come on, you know, guys that were involved in the industry. And I made a comment yesterday saying, look, it's not going to happen, it's just going to be me playing games, playing music, whatever. But last night I sent out about 10 messages to various people on Facebook, and I think 7 of them have got back to me today to confirm that they would like to take part. Obviously things can change, you know, things can crop up, whatever. So I've got these guys, Tony Temple and the Ted Dabney team, Richard May and Paul Drury. Tony's saying he'll get him and the 2 lads, they'll come on for a slot. I've also got an interesting, exciting challenge that I'm going to be doing with, I'm not going to tell you, there's going to be a guy playing arcade machines, and I'm going to be playing against him for high scores. And we will probably also have the Zap challenge. Now, 3 years ago, myself and Paul Moz, if you don't know who Paul Moz is, where have you been? Paul writes for the new Zaps. And back in the day, in the old Zap magazine, there was a reader would come into Zap Towers in Ludlow and play against Julian Rignall or Gary Penn, whatever, and they would try and get a high score. I think they would have 3 goes, and whoever won, you know, 2 out of the 3 high scores would kind of win. There's this guy going. Yeah, and anyway, 3 years ago, Paul and myself, I picked a game. We both played the game 3 times. We recorded how we got on, and then we compared it, and I won the game. So hopefully Paul and I are going to have another Zap challenge. We don't know what it's going to be yet, we will sort it out. But anyway folks, listen, I'm rabbiting on plenty, you know, and hopefully you can hear this. I've actually got a cloth that's jammed holding the phone up so it doesn't fall over. Hopefully this has not been a waste of time. That's why I'm shouting, because just in case I'm having to talk over cloth. So yeah, get the date in your diaries, Sunday the 5th of November. It's going to be great fun. If you're a video gamer of any shape or form, you're not going to want to miss this. Trust me. And like I says, don't waste money in fireworks. Donate the money to this, and you'll get a warm, fuzzy feel in your tummy because you've helped some deserving people. So anyway folks, I am going to attempt to grab my phone and turn this video off while I'm going round a roundabout, which is not clever. There we go. Right, there we go, folks. That is it. As always, thank you. Remember, there's not going to be any videos apart from this one. I'm away on holiday until next Saturday, and all going well, I will be back for a live stream on Sunday the 8th of October. Okay guys, as always, have a great weekend. Thank you very much for watching.